Hello and welcome to Crypto Ride. My name's Anthony and today we're going to be reviewing the Babb project. Although Babb's still a small altcoin, their long-term goal is to create a decentralized global bank for the microeconomy. By leveraging the power of the blockchain, biometrics, and artificial intelligence, they aim to thrive where traditional banks fall short. According to recent reports, 2 billion adults don't have access to formal financial services. Most of these people live in developing economies like Africa, East Asia, and the Pacific region. Babb's one of the multiple cryptocurrencies looking to bank the unbanked and solve this problem by giving everyone in the world access to a UK bank account. Next, we'll go over some highlights from their white paper, look them up on CoinMarketCap, but before we do, I want to thank our latest subscribers and ask you to join the community by subscribing too. So let's take a look at their mobile application first, and as far as I understand, Babb is in the process of having this app created, and also seeks to have this ready, I believe, sometime in 2019, although you can look at their full roadmap on their website. But here it just says, via the Babb mobile application, anyone can quickly create a bank account as easily as taking a selfie and humming a tune. So this is how they're going to incorporate the biometrics. So taking a selfie, incorporating face recognition, humming a tune, incorporating voice recognition. So you don't need an ID document required to open a basic wallet. So my understanding of Babb is they're going to have both a full-on UK-backed bank account, which is global, and they're also going to have a light version, which is this basic account. Babb supports traditional banking functions such as transfers, payments, cash in, cash out, as well as other peer-to-peer transactions using smart contracts. And one of the other things I saw that Babb's going to allow people to do is peer-to-peer fundraising. They're also going to support payroll for small business owners, entrepreneurs, and things of that nature. So one of the cool things about Babb is you don't need to have a massive company or corporation to get backing by a bank. So it's really, again, the whole idea is to bring this to the people, to bring banking to the whole world and make it possible for anyone in the world to have an account. Next, I want to talk about the blackcard. So the Babb blackcard is a secure payment card that links directly with your Babb account via QR code or near-field communication chips. So that's the technology that Apple Pay uses, stuff like that, the near-field communication, if I'm correct. It allows debit-like functionality or can be used as a prepaid card for friends and family. But here's the cool thing. The Babb Black Card is the first card of its kind containing no personal information on the card itself. So there's no account number, your name is not on the card, so if you ever lose the card, it's not a liability, and that to me is where this Babb card really shines. Next, I want to talk about what Babb calls central bank digital currencies, or CBDC. At Babb, we believe it's inevitable that central bank digital currency will be adopted by central banks over the next decade. Basically, this to me is a little bit of a sticking point because Babb is assuming that the vast majority, and I guess they're hoping that every central bank in the world is going to create a digital currency. Now, that may happen, but it may not. Remember, central banks, by their very nature, are at least going to be resistant, and some of them will be outright opposed to cryptocurrency. So this is a difficult thing to assume. If it happens that all banks do make digital currencies, then that could be a home run for Babb. Their native token will be BAX, and that's the ticker if you're going to look to buy some on an exchange. We'll talk about the liquidity and where it's available in a little while. But Babb is launching a distributed application platform where fiat funds are tokenized. So dollars, euros, yen, they will be tokenized, right? Assuming that they're going to be digital funds like we just talked about. Now here's where I circled. The BAX token is used under the hood to operate the services of the platform across all the geographies and jurisdictions served by the platform. So Babb's going to be used under the hood. So I guess you're going to pay Babb in BAX tokens per transaction. So if you want to send money, there's going to be a small fee that will be paid in BAX. Oh, and I guess I should mention that BACS will be implemented on the Ethereum blockchain as an ERC20 token. But I do like that this might force central banks to have some sort of reserve fund of BACS to sell to their customers. And I like that there is a utility to it. It's not just something that was created for the purposes of the ICO or to fundraise. So let's take a look at Babb on CoinMarketCap. Right now it's ranked number 296 of all the cryptos with a $20 million market cap and selling at 9/100ths of a cent. So if you want to put $100 into Babb and own roughly 100,000 of them, and then cross your fingers that it goes up to a penny or two, it might not be a bad idea. And of course, as you guys know, if you've been in this space for a minute, taking $100 or $200 and putting them into these small projects isn't always a bad idea, because the ones that pay off will pay off big. More on that as I get into my conclusion in a little while. I want to also take a quick look at what markets this is available on, so you guys could know where to find it. So it looks like KuCoin is the largest here, also available on IDEX if you have an account on that decentralized exchange, Bancor, DDX or DDEX, and Ether Delta. So what are my final thoughts on Babb? I think when we think about Babb, we have to also remember that it has some competitors in the space. If you've seen my review video on Telcoin, I'll put that up here. Telcoin is another big player that's looking to bank the unbanked. I read about another one doing my research called, I believe, Humanique. This banking the unbanked niche is a huge real-world problem that will be solved. Mark my words, it will be solved by blockchain, but we don't know who's going to do that, who's going to come out on top. Could it be Babb? Maybe. Although my concern with Babb is that they need a lot of things to go right for them in order for everything to come to fruition. Could they do it? Yeah. Babb, and I should say this, Babb has an amazing community. They've got a lot of people that really believe in the project. Of course, none of this is financial advice. As you guys know, I'm just a regular guy sharing my opinions. Also, I do want to say that I didn't cover everything there is to know about the Babb project, and I am aware of that, but it's a 56-page white paper, and I try and keep my videos short. So those are some of my thoughts on Babb. It's an interesting project, and I like it overall. And I just want to thank you again for watching the video. Remind you to subscribe if you're still with me, and I'll see you next time on Crypto Ride.